I'm totally willing to accept unexplained light sources in movies if it means those movies won't be dark as frick for the next 90 minutes they run. The light comes from the same place as the music. I sure love being sick and having to take cough syrup and such fantastic flavors as limes at their own funeral, the festering course of a cherry, the broken hopes and dreams of various berries, sunshine twinkling on the apocalyptic wasteland of a post-nuclear war hexscape, death. Leads to a list of upcoming lactose flavors. There are teenagers today using smartphones who don't even remember the real gun emoji. They have never experienced it. Apple, Google, Microsoft, Samsung, Facebook, and Twitter. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. Microsoft got worse, apparently. 2017, 2018. Wow, they all swapped in the same year. Never forgot what they took from us. Look how much gun violence was prevented. Yay! The Xinjiang Empire announced his intention to solicit himself for several years to pursue immortality. A court official says that this is nonsense and gets tortured to death. Never let the haters get to you. I'll be honest, it kinda sounds like that hater got to him. Just a little. Ever 21st century piece of writing advice? Make us care about your character from page 1. Make us empathize with them. Make them interesting and different, but still relatable and likable. Every piece of classic literature. Hi, it's me, the bland everyman whose only purpose is to tell you this story. I have no actual personality. Here's the story of the time I encountered the worst people I've ever met in my life. But first, 10 pages of description about the place in which I met them. Modern writing advice. Yes, your protagonist should have flaws, but ultimately we should root for them and like them from the beginning. Charles Dickens. You're the worst, ugliest, rudest, meanest, nastiest sucker you've ever met in your life. It's almost as if standards have changed. Very few people have yellow as their favorite color, but the people that do are always unhinged about it. Average blue fan. Yeah, blue's nice, I guess. Average yellow fan. Ironically, yellow is correlated with peace and calming and joy. Calling my lover mine, but not in the way that my toothbrush or notebook are mine. Mine in the way my neighbors are mine, and also everybody else's. Mine, like mine to tend to, mine to care for, mine to love. Mine not like possession, but devotion. Not belongs to me, belongs with me. Impressed my new roommate today by showing them the grommet mug, the grommet mug, and then the grommet mug. For reference, what the frick? You. How? How did you even. How? What? I'm flabbergasted. What? Faded blue house portrait hanging on the wall at my local urgent care. The patron saint of malpractice. Love my pumpkin. Scary my pumpkin. They're so cute. I don't care that they're large predatory animals. I want a pet. I want to pet and love them. Yeah, those claws can kill me in an instant, but I still want to love them. Electrode from Pokemon Stadium. Mordecai and Rigby. If I'm checking my bank account, I deserve a little treat. He said, better not alter the numbers in my bank account. By Talos, this can't be happening. Do you think you could take a werewolf? Yes. In a fight? No. I like how the ratio is even stronger between the two. Dipping a dart into an unlabeled flask and loading it into my crossbow. You better not try anything stupid, because I don't even remember what this one does. Sheepish is a really funny word. Frick, I'm so nervous. Turns into this. Big fluff bar. It looks so huggable. I know the world's a lot tougher than it looks, but like, I just want to wrap my arms around and give hug. It looks so huggable. Like a big ball of cotton love. I mean, it's literally wool. Let me hug you. I wish you could tell cats your food is poison. He seems to think the issue is I've forgotten he is my kind and loving friend. The issue is hospital. Okay, let's be real. We are completely, woefully underprepared for if intergalactic energy spiders came to Earth. Well, maybe you are.
You know someone's about to get dragged through the mud when an academic paper uses the phrase, "It's tempting to assume." It's tempting to assume is academic speak for, you might think if you're a frickin' idiot. Tumblr being the pee on the floor reading comprehension site makes sense when you realize that 79% of adults in the US are functionally illiterate. Same goes for Twitter and TikTok. That's a real high number, sport. Where'd you get it? Hey, Anon. National Literacy Institute 2024 to 2025 literacy statistics. On average, 79% of US adults nationwide are literate in 2024. 21% of adults in the US are illiterate in 2024. Please tell me you didn't Google US literacy rates and then make the funniest possible mistake one could make in that situation. More vampire media should include vampires not showing up on photos or on film. Any image capturing technology that uses lenses necessarily uses reflective light and therefore wouldn't be able to capture the image of a vampire. Or antagonist holding her dying phone camera up to discern who is a human and who is a vampire by seeing who is missing from the screen. Vampire romance novel where the protagonist paints as a love interest so she can finally see how beautiful she is. Comedy where a vampire holds up a scrapbook of vacation photos and they're all entirely scenery and he's like, Disney in Paris. It's a new potential, I'm telling you. Some of you may not want to hear this, but sometimes autistic accommodation means giving that socially awkward person who said something that came off as passive-aggressive or uncomfortable the benefit of the doubt. Not everyone is capable of reading social rules and cues effectively. I thought this was Autism 101. Understand that whenever they turn it on in their videos, they have good intentions since it's more practical and easier to follow along with than subtitles. But you have no idea the amount of disgust that flows through my body whenever I click a YouTube video and hear that frickin' text-to-speech automatic dub voice. What if you ordered a corn cob on the internet to eat it and I come up to you later and I was like, hey, I attacked a delivery driver and tore them to pieces so I could eat the corn cob because I was so hungry. And you were like, oh my god, that's macabre. Get it? Like macabre? Well, anyway, funny joke aside, don't worry, I would never think of doing such a thing. You're safe. I don't want you to feel scared when you order the corn cob and the internet ever again. And I would not do the thing I said in this story. Okay, bye forever. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Just imagine OP waddling away after this. New genres of fan fiction. Put that guy into situations. Take that guy out of situations, for the love of God, let them rest. You put the sad guy in, you take the sad guy out. Put the sad guy in and you shake it all about. I think every time I feel the impulse to people please, to be unproblematic and likable and charming and feel the safety that comes with universal adoration, I need to remind myself I want to live like a person, not a dog. Ozzy Osbourne's death is like the death of that crusty white three-legged no-tooth dog in its mid-20s. It's shocking and heartbreaking. The shock mostly comes from the fact that it lived so long and through so much bodily strain that you kinda subconsciously assumed it was immortal. Okay, so we know that humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas. And also, they say 1 in 4 humans are related to Genghis Khan. Using this information, we can determine that Genghis Khan was 200% banana. This is how political statistics work, I think. Going bird watching, but looking at them with those little opera binoculars on a stick and criticizing their singing skill and method. By God, this is the most derivative, uninspired, and colorless nightingale performance I have ever heard. I'm looking disrespectfully. I'm not a fan of your titties. a really racist person who is all like, and British people should be deported. And I said, what makes someone real? And he said, like, if both their families have been here since the 1700s, and I said, you know what? I can get behind deporting the king. And he didn't like that response. I'm ironically obsessed with the people whose realization that we're in a fascist country is a late night comedian getting his show canceled and not like anything before that. Like, even in recent history, if someone ever tells you a certain song is important to them, you should turn it up and lay in your bed and close your eyes and really listen to it, even if it's like 10 minutes long. Because at the end, you will know the person much better, I think. Special thanks to Willow, our glass passenger.